Hey everyone, it's Coach Carly and I'm packing for my trip to Cancun that's in just 3 days. I'm so excited. And I managed to fit everything in a carry-on, which I'm super impressed of because that was my goal, just to not have to pay the checked baggage fee. But I thought as I was packing that I would make this video talking about some of the travel snacks that I'm bringing because, you know, my nutrition's important to me, and you know, a lot of people wonder how I stick to it when I'm traveling, or sort of where I'm lenient and like where I'll let myself indulge and where I won't. And you know, it's important. Even if you're on the road, you still have goals and you want to be healthy and you want to feel good. So it doesn't mean you just like give up on all of your good intentions with your nutrition and just, you know, hands in the air, eat whatever you want. So I thought I would just share some of my healthy snacks that I'm bringing. So this is a vacation. I'm definitely going to be indulging a little bit because, you know, I've earned it. I've been working hard. I've been really on point with my nutrition lately. So, you know, I'm going to want a couple sweet treats and things. But for me, so when I am eating all the time, there are a couple things that I just don't waver on. And that is not eating any gluten and not eating any dairy. I am dairy intolerant, so that's just no-go for me. And gluten's just really nasty stuff, not the best for you. So those are sort of my two non-negotiables that I keep out of my diet. So the problem is when you're eating at a resort or a restaurant or whatever, a lot of the gluten-free dessert options are usually the dairy-filled ones. So like ice cream and creme brulee are gluten-free, but they're full of cream. So I can't have that. So if, you know, I'm sitting there at dinner and everyone's having dessert and I can't have any, I'm going to be real sad. So I'm bringing a couple of sweet treats for myself. I've got these roasted coconut chips I picked up at Trader Joe's. It's just coconut, a little sugar and salt. They're really crunchy and delicious. Like seriously, I could eat this whole bag in one sitting, but if you've never had them, they're just these large flakes of coconut. Really sweet and crunchy and satisfying. So got a bag of those. Good for a tropical vacation, right? Another good tropical treat I have is some dried mango. I got this at Natural Grocers. You can get these in like the bulk bins, which is a lot more economical if you get them at the bulk bins at like Whole Foods or something, or your natural grocery store, rather than buying an individual bag. Tends to be expensive, but these are unsweetened dried mangoes, guys. Not the sugar-filled ones. Like, you can get those big bags at Costco of, I think they're like Philippine brand or something like that, mango. There's so much sugar in it, it's ridiculous because, you know, this is fruit. So when you dry it and condense it down, it's already really sweet. And I just love, like, the texture of this. It's really chewy. So it's kind of like gummy candy. I could eat this whole bag too, but I won't. So that's another sweet treat I have for myself. I also am bringing some dark chocolate. I'm a chocolate girl, so it's always nice to have a little square at the end of the day if I've been good. This one's my favorite. It's Coconut Secret Peruvian Crunch. It's a dark chocolate and it has bits of coconut in it, and then it's sweetened with coconut sugar, which is low glycemic and less processed, so I really like that. There's also no soy in this. A lot of chocolate bars have soy, and I try to steer clear of that as well. So I've got that. Of course, have my superfood Shakeology, but I'm only going to bring a couple because we actually get free Shakeology on the trip, which is really awesome. This stuff's like gold, so when they're giving it away, you're like, yeah, gimme. So I've got just a couple of packets probably for the plane. It'll be a long day of travel on Wednesday. I've got a couple Justin's almond butter packets. These are really handy. They're kind of like a treat, but they also, you know, they have about 6 grams of protein per packet, so it's a good little protein boost too. It's really hard to get protein on the go that's, you know, shelf stable, that you don't have to refrigerate. So nut butters are good for that. So I've got a couple packets of those, and those can also be a treat, but, you know, easy to throw into a pool bag, and you just slurp it out of the pouch. It's fun. I've also got some jerky sticks. Again, like I said, it's really hard to get good protein on the go, and I'm kind of picky about where my protein comes from, and when it's like been cut up in a little salad container for I don't know how many days and treated with I don't know what, I'm pretty wary of it. So I like to have some good, easy protein sources because it's just, you know, having something that you can take with you is tricky. So I've got these Tonka sticks, really great. They're made from grass-fed buffalo, and they have dried cranberries in them too, and then there's a couple different flavors, got a smoky one, a hot pepper, and an apple orange peel. So those are really delicious. I also got this other brand called Blaze Sticks. Again, grass-fed beef, so you know these are high-quality meat, good for you sort of stuff. And they're single serving, easy to open, easy peel sort of thing. I've been getting a lot of jerky lately that you have to like cut open the packaging. Like they're like single serve, vacuum wrapped, and you have to cut into it, and I just think that's so silly because it's supposed to be convenient travel food. So I made sure these ones had the like peel at the top so I could open them. So I've got those. Other thing I'm going to bring, so I am a sucker for guacamole. I freaking love it. And I'm also a sucker for tortilla chips. You know, if you're one of my challengers and have been in my group, you've probably seen me post about my weakness for tortilla chips. And you know, corn is gluten-free, so you know, maybe not the worst thing, but it's also not the best. Corn is often GMO. It can be very irritating to the gut, and if you're eating, you know, buckets of tortilla chips for a week straight, I'm gonna be very bloated if I do that. And since I'm gonna be at the pool with a bunch of fitness coaches and celebrity trainers, I don't really want to be bloated. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid the tortilla chips, and instead I'm packing a couple bags of plantain chips. If you've never had plantains before, they're in the banana family. They actually look really similar to a banana, they're just a little larger. But they go from being green and quite starchy, almost potato-like, to being yellow, so they're a little bit more tender and sweet, to being black, where they're quite sweet and really soft. So these are the unripe kind of plantain, so they're starchy and crunchy and salty, so it's just a chip, guys. Really good. I love these, and they're not going to make me all bloated like corn will, so I've got a couple bags of those since I'm going to go guac crazy, I'm sure. You know, avocado's good for you, right? And then sort of my last little emergency food are a couple of these bars. I don't generally like to rely on bars. When I first went paleo, I ate quite a lot of like Lara bars and things like that because they are just like dates and nuts and some other dried fruit. So they're paleo friendly, but they're very nutrient, like calorically dense and carb dense. For example, this is 23 grams of carbs and 17 grams of sugar, and albeit that is natural sugar from dates, but it's still sugar. So these really are my emergency food because I don't like to sit down and eat that much carbs in one sitting that's like not from whole, I don't know. It's kind of like a treat. It's kind of like a cookie, let's be honest. So these are my emergency foods should I be in a situation where I just don't have any good options. I will rely on these. I found them at Natural Grocers and they looked fun to try. I've never tried them before. So yeah, that's my other little option. A Lara bar would be another one. So that is what I'm bringing with me, you guys. I hope that was helpful. If you want to know any other tips and tricks about what I eat, how I eat, I'll probably post some stuff while I'm gone about what I've been eating in Cancun so you can kind of get an idea of how I keep to being paleo, because I'm always paleo. When I'm out traveling, and how I make alterations and make it work. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in Mexico. Bye!